Grilling steaks is easy. It's also really easy to F them up and ruin your entire meal. There's one big mistake that I learned from the first time I ever cooked steaks. And it's a doozy, and I've never made that mistake again. M-I-S-S-T-A-K, mistake. 10, 15 years ago, my future father-in-law was visiting from his house in Florida. We were still in Virginia at that time, but I had a LP grill, propane grill, feeling pretty good. Cooked a couple burgers on there or whatnot. He bought some nice steaks. I ruined them. We had flare-ups. We had just total annihilation of flavor, and they were just garbage. And I had to take him out to dinner and pay out of pocket for that because they were pretty nice steaks. I don't remember exactly the cut, but I remember being like, damn, I don't think I've ever cooked this kind of meat before. Fast forward to the future, every time I've seen him since then, he has made fun of me anytime I talk about grilling. Oh, just don't do what you did to those steaks. Damn it, Bob, that was 12 years ago, or however long ago. It's like, gosh darn. I think we've moved on past that. I usually just do New York strips or ribeye steaks and just call that a day. Usually an inch to inch and a half thick. And because I like the amount of fat that's on there, I find them very consistent and flavorful and tasty and yummy and easy to cook. I do like doing fillets, but that's a whole different beast, and I'll cover that in a different video. But for those two cuts, really easy to cook. But it comes down to the fundamentals of grilling a steak. Do it on a charcoal grill, because propane sucks. It's a bad option. It's your choice. Do whatever you want, but it's the wrong choice, if you ask me. Charcoal, direct heat side, indirect heat side. Basically just putting the charcoal to one side of your grill, leaving the other side a little bit open so you get some type of like convection type oven action going on, and that comes in handy if you get yourself in a pickle. With the meat, make sure to take it out of the fridge before you even start thinking about getting your charcoals ready or your grill preheated, because you want it to be at room temperature. You want it to be warmish, and you want to get those seasonings in there. And for me, when I'm seasoning my New York strips or my ribeyes, I'm doing olive oil, salt, and pepper. Anything else is just too much, unless, again, filet mignon. Some people put paprika, garlic pepper on there, or powder, or whatever it is. That's fine too, but for me, I keep it stupid simple. Just salt, pepper, olive oil, and then letting that sit there for the half hour, 45 minutes, getting the temp. Oh, great time. And then while you're getting that charcoal grill set up, make sure you're drinking enough beer. So once that's all going, and you gotta make sure to preheat those grates. You don't want to put your meat on anything cold. It just gets kind of gnarly. You get this weird cooking sensation happening that makes the meat tougher, and you don't get that initial and sear, and that's the key to the start of a perfect steak. But the biggest mistake I made happens in this realm. That's why I harp on it for so long. He got the meat. It was in the fridge. I put oil, salt, and pepper on, and a few other things, because I think they might have been fillets. Anyways, I didn't let it get to room temperature. I didn't preheat the grill. I just threw it on there while the grill was started, and got a big flare up because all the olive oil on there. Just destroying flavor and my reputation with my father-in-law. So make sure you preheat that grill, and make sure you let your meat get to temp the inside temp or whatever. It'll also cook more evenly. You won't get any cold spots. It'll be delicioso, which is Spanish for good. My sweet spot is like 375 to 400. Sometimes with charcoal, it can get up to 500-600. You can adjust your vents and stuff to try and get it down there. Or once it's all preheated, just go for it. Just adjust your time. And we're looking at thickness, again, that inch and a half. Usually doing like 5 to 7 minutes on a side, flip once. And then if I need to, especially when it gets into that hot range of the 500-600, I'll move it into the indirect heat. So I'll do like 2 minutes aside, then move it into the indirect heat to let it finish cooking on a cooler side. But typically 5 to 7 minutes per side. Cooked steak, good time in your mouth, as long as you let the meat rest. That sponges up the juices that are sitting on top of the steak while you're pulling it off of there. Really adds to the taste sensation of my meat. So definitely let your meat rest before you go to round 2, which is enjoying your meat. I do like the direct heat and indirect meat method, not just for steaks, but also brats. And you can find out more about the brats here, and I'll see you over there.